Pretty sure if Big Brother exists, they think I'm a psychopath, and that's okay. It's not my fault that I have so many questions. So many very disturbing, strange, random questions. My dad's a horror novelist. I was raised to be curious and spooky. So last night a thought popped into my head. Does your body continue to grow hair and nails after you die? I was already pretty sure that that was a myth, but I was curious, why do we believe that? I'm not gonna put any pictures up because that'll get this, taken down very, very quickly. Use your imagination. Play in the playground of your mind and imagine the amount of corpses that I'll be talking about. Point 1. Once you are deceased, you no longer have the energy in your body, in your skin, in your temple to produce cells. And you need those cells to produce nails and hair. So, no, your body just doesn't. Point 2. What does happen is that after you pass, your body dehydrates. A lot of funerary preparations involve moisturizing the body so that it is not a visible thing to those that want to, say their final regards. But as our body dehydrates, our skin shrinks. So what was a normal length of hair at, say, this long, once my body is dehydrated and my fat is no longer there and all of that fun stuff, there's a whole, extra chunk of hair that was gone unnoticed because of my puffiness. Same goes for nails. Point 3. Your hair and your nails are made out of keratin, and keratin is one of the last things to break down on a body. So where all of the other meat goes bye-bye after however long, how long does it take? Okay, hold on. Of course, I just had to Google how long does it take for a human body to decompose? And that is a much bigger answer because there's a lot of factors to take into account. But regardless, your meat breaks down first, right? It's soft tissue. So between the meat decaying stage and the bones, you have your hair and nails still. So a lot of people, when unearthing bodies, or especially in mummifications, you're going to see the hair and nails usually fairly well intact. They just last longer. Point 4, I think we're on 4, right? Vampires. During the 18th century, there was this thing called the vampire panic. I believe it started in Serbia and then spread through the rest of Europe. And that was when people were really truly convinced and scared of their deceased being vampires. So there was a lot of unearthing of bodies to kind of double check, make sure they were still there. There were a lot of wild funerary situations going on at that time for people that were thought to have been vampires. Heads removed and placed between the feet. Sometimes they were buried upside down so that if they woke up, they would crawl downwards instead of upwards towards where humans are. That's a whole other thing. Cool stuff. But there was a lot of unearthing going on, a lot of bodies being dug up to check and see if they were still there because they didn't trust that they weren't vampires. And so when they would open them up, they would see longer hair than there was before, longer nails than there were before. And while everything else seemed to be kind of decaying and decomposing, the hair and nails were still looking good. So it flummoxed people who did not have a great concept of, the process of decay at that time. And that sort of just lingered on. I don't have a fifth one. I guess my fifth one is there some spooky thing that you think I should look into that I might be interested in? Do you want to hear more about vampires and the vampire panic? That's fun. Let me know down there. I love your faces. Have a beautiful day. And let's keep being spooky.